Hello, welcome to Weekly Wisdom for July the 14th, 2025. Start out with our Thanksgiving journal, trying to be a more thankful person. Hope you're trying to be more thankful as well. Today I wrote down, I am thankful to God for the gift of my mind. I think fairly well, I think. We often overlook things like this. I was thinking about my stepdad who went through Alzheimer's and lost the ability to take care of himself, lost the ability to think properly. So if we can think to where we can take care of ourselves, even think enough to thrive in this world, it's a gift, and it can be taken away because we live in a broken, fallen world. So we're thankful for the gift that we do have, the gift of our mind to think. I go back to June the 14th. I was thankful to God for my neighbor. Thank God for my neighbors. I have some great neighbors. Her name is Jean. I won't say her last name, but she's really kind. See her walking her dog all the time. She helps me out with rides as well because I can't drive, but I'm very thankful for that. Then we go back to May the 14th, and as you keep your thankful journey, you'll get several months, and you go back and review the things that you're thankful for. I lost a Go Bus ticket. Go Bus is what I use for transportation. I had to give them a ticket to ride the bus, and I lost it. I walked around the block with my dog. I couldn't find it, and I was very upset about that, and it just bothered me. So I prayed about it. And then I prayed, God, help me find that Go Bus ticket. I thought I dropped it out of my pocket. Never see this thing again. The next day, another neighbor, love thy neighbor, Caleb, he texted me, said, I found a Go Bus ticket in the yard. Does this belong to you? In my yard. Does this belong to you? And I said, yes. And there's no way it should have been in his yard. There was wind that day. It should have blown away, but it didn't. So I believe God answered that prayer. And he answered it through good neighbors, and I'm thankful for that. I started a new journal today. That's the fastest I've ever gone through a journal. First of the year, I pretty much went through an entire journal. So started a new one today. It's a little bit smaller. I don't really like change, but I figured out I just have to get in my groove. Figure this out, and I will. So I write smaller, maybe not write as many, but maybe we'll see. So I'll get into a groove and then it'll be fine. I decided to go through the Gospel of John. I finished my Psalms 34 yesterday. So I'm going to go through the Gospel of John, the first chapter, and then if I want to go to the second chapter, I will. But right now I'm just going to do the first chapter of the Gospel of John. May do more than one verse during the day. Today I did 2. John chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. So John beginning his gospel like the book of Genesis in the beginning, doing a recreation, and Jesus recreates us through his life. From Become New podcasts, from May 17th, 2021, the 3 laws of relationship. John Ortberg said the 3 laws of relationship are observation, observation, observation. If we really want to get to love someone, to know someone, to connect with someone, we have to notice them. We have to pay attention to them. We have to find out the things that they like and become interested in them. So I would like to build better relationships in the future. So I have to observe what my neighbors enjoy, observe my daughter, observe future friendships, relationships in the future. Just observe, observation, observation, observation. The next quote is from the same podcast. It says, look at people closely enough and you will see what God sees in them. Well, we tend to I do, I don't know if you do this, tend to judge people, just see their biggest flaw, and we can judge them on that, or see what we're jealous of or envious of and judge them on that. But if we observe closely enough and look at them closely enough and really want to notice them and get past our judgments or envy or whatever it may be, we'll see the image of God in them, and we'll see what God loves about them. And the last quote from Become New podcast, but this was from the 18th of May. He's quoting Paul from Philippi. Paul says, "Be anxious about nothing," but he doesn't say try really hard not to be anxious. Instead, Paul says, "Be anxious about nothing, but pray about everything with supplication, with thanksgiving, make your requests known to God." So how do we not become anxious? It's not by using willpower. I'm not going to be anxious. I'm not going to be anxious. I'm not going to be anxious. We just observe the fact that we are anxious. We see it. All right, it's there. I'm not supposed to be anxious. Don't be anxious about anything, but I observe it. I don't try to fight it with willpower. I just say, okay, you're here. I welcome you. I don't try to fight you with willpower. I name you. This is what I'm anxious about. And now that I've observed it, I've not tried to fight it with willpower. I've named it. Now I go in and I pray. God, I'm not trying to be anxious about this, so I'm coming to you with this problem, and I'm praying and supplicating, and I'm thanking you that you're with me. I'm thanking you that you care about me. I bring this to you. So that's how I'm going to overcome the anxiety. Now we go back to June the 14th. Just do one from that day. "It is not my job to clean your house. It is my job to clean up my own house. Relationships move towards health when I work on my part." If I want good relationships, I can't fix the other person. The only thing I can do is fix myself, work on myself, clean my own house, clean around my own front door. And then as I become healthy, hopefully the relationship will become healthy with whoever the relationship may be. May the 14th. May the 14th be with you. Sorry. John chapter 4, verse 11, the story of the woman at the well and Jesus. One of my favorite stories in Scripture. Jesus asks for some water. She says, "You're a Jew, I'm a Samaritan woman. Why are you asking me?" And he says, "If you knew who I was, you would ask me for water." And she said, "How are you going to draw water? The well is deep." The well is deep. And I used that as an analogy. God's love for us is deep. How can Jesus draw deep into the well of our soul? Because God's love is deep. He does have a bucket to draw deep into the well of our soul. Also, our desire and need for love is deep. We don't realize how deep the well of our soul is, but God is the one who can go down deep and draw down deep and give us living water as He draws, as we connect with Him, as He tells us everything we've ever done, and we begin to believe that He is the Messiah. April 14th. April the 14th be with you. Sorry. The story of the prodigal son. The prodigal son went from saying, "Give me," to saying, "Make me." At the beginning of the story, the prodigal son says, give me my inheritance. Give me what I want. Give me what I think I deserve. And a lot of times that's what we are with the Father, with God. God, give me this and give me that and give me all the money that I need and give me the relationships that I need and give me the help that I need and give me all of this. But after he hit rock bottom, the prodigal son, after he come to his senses, he said, I'm going to go back to my father and say, make me one of your servants, make me one of your hired hands. And when we go from give me to make me, then the Father reveals to us who he really is, or we can finally see who he is. And he says, nonsense, you're my child. Now I will give you what you really need. The ring on your finger, the coat on your back, the shoes on your feet, the fine meal, the welcome, the celebration. So we ask that God would transform us from give me to make me. In our broken selves, we say, make me a servant. But as we come to God with that attitude of humility, God makes us, reveals to us that we are his children. March the 14th. March the 14th, my grandfather's birthday. Happy birthday, Pop. I think about him often. Miss you. I don't know why this was the only quote I had for that day, but God created mankind in his image, and mankind, a sarcastic remark here, and mankind tries to return the favor and create God in his image. So in the beginning, God created mankind in his image, and mankind tries to be God, and we return the favor, and we try to make God into our image. So we try to turn the tables and make God into whom we want God to be. So we humble ourselves and we let God be God, and we recognize that we are created beings and he has given us life. February the 14th. Christian churches, this is about the church, are not, as a rule, model communities of good behavior, even though we think they are. Not that we're trying to have bad behavior, but they're not model communities of good behavior. They are places where human misbehavior is brought out into the open, faced, and dealt with. That's a quote by Eugene Peterson. Church should be a place where we bring our brokenness. We don't have to be these saints in holy garbs, putting on a facade. We come in our brokenness and we reveal this in the right way at the right time to the right people through the church, in the church. And it's where healing takes place, where we reveal the brokenness is dealt with, is ministered to, and we minister to others, and then we're healed. We're not this got halos on our heads, even though we are children of God and the saints of God, but we come broken and find healing and forgiveness. The second quote from that day is, envy is the only sin, I'll start that over. Envy is the only sin of the 7 deadly sins that give us no pleasure. By a book called Envy by Adam Stevenson. You can get pleasure from the other deadly sins, at least for a time. Lust can give you pleasure. Greed can give you pleasure. You get what you want when you want it. Gluttony can give you pleasure. You eat what you want as much as you want when you want. We take all of that in. It gives us a pleasure, at least for a time. But envy, we envy our neighbor. We envy the other person, what they have, and wish we had it. And it never gives any pleasure. It just begins to rot our soul from the very beginning. It makes us worse people. And finally, all the way back to January 14th, they only had one that day. If I can find it. I may stop going back. No, I had 2 that day. Quote from Ecclesiastes. The race is not to the swift or the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. You say, I don't believe in chance. Well, the scriptures do. So you have to argue with the Bible. Sometimes things just happen in this world. That's the type of world we live in. Time and chance happen to every person. You say, why did that happen to them? Why did that happen to me? Time and chance happen to all. And the last one is a prayer. Gracious God of majesty and awe, I seek your protection. I look for your healing. Poor troubled sinner that I am, I appeal to you, the fountain of all mercy. I cannot bear your judgment, but I trust in your salvation. So that's the weekly wisdom for this week. I hope you pray that you're transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I pray that you're blessed. God bless you. I love you. Go in peace. I got my new remote. It didn't work.